Hi, welcome to Myers ASMR. How are you doing? Relax. Relax. I'm so glad to see you as usual. Are you more of a vibrational match to the problem or the solution? Well, look what I'm a vibrational match to today. This balsamic rosemary chicken that I picked up from Trader Joe's today. It's been many months since I've had it, and I love it. Yes. Even better than I remember. Oh, this is some leftover cauliflower that I made yesterday. Look at that. Perfectly grilled. I think the vinegar tenderizes it. Because these are slightly charred. If they weren't, they'd probably just melt in my mouth. Parmesan cheese, and I'm not going to do that again. It doesn't taste like cheese, it tastes like straight up chemicals. I squirted a little bit of lemon over it. You know, a zest of lemon just makes everything sing. Whenever I follow the recipe about how much garlic to put, I always wish I had put a lot more. This is a satisfying meal. It's a different combination for me. That's fantastic. I love this thrifted jacket. I need to wear it more often. I've had it for several years. natural fabrics are better than just straight up synthetics. Even when I was teaching myself to sew, I still bought natural fabrics like cotton corduroy, cotton canvas, cotton poplin, 100% linen, and 100% wool. I haven't messed with silk yet, but I did buy some cheap rayon. I don't think I'll ever do that again. Don't you love corn chips? These are so good. It's called Cocoa Berries from Trader Joe's. Okay. It's not bad. I thought it was going to taste more like chocolate. It tastes more like black tea and berry. It's good. I should have gotten the chai tea instead. But it's good to try new things, isn't it? Well, this is that part in the video when we focus on getting better and better every day in every way with the help of this How to Develop a Winning Personality book. You know, to me, it's these people skills and the self-development that I think they should put more focus on in schools, especially at the youngest stages. Help people to develop the skills, the interpersonal skills that really matter in life more than anything else, in my opinion. Because you can have memorized all the formulas and all the history and whatnot that you want to, but it really comes down to how well you get along with others. So this chapter is about 1,000,000 ways to meet new people. It looks like this is number 13. Let me just make sure. Wow, I'm only at number 13. Old Mrs. Warren had friends all over the world because on her lawn she keeps, of all things, one of the first automobiles manufactured in the United States. People come for miles to see it. Foreigners visiting her town consider a visit to Mrs. Warren's lawn a must, like the Eiffel Tower or the Golden Gate Bridge or the catacombs. The car got onto the lawn by accident. It was moved there when the barn in which it had been kept was being torn down to make room for an extension to her home. So many people came and admired it and spoke to Mrs. Warren about it that she got to like the idea and just left it there. News of the ancient car spread by word of mouth and soon it made Mrs. Warren the center of an operation that might literally be called worldwide. Certainly she never lacked for acquaintances. Doesn't this give you some ideas? Mightn't you buy something extremely unusual or something of historic interest and let the word get around that you have it? You needn't put it on your lawn, though what would be wrong with that? But you could keep it where people who were interested might get to it and to you. Can you fix toys? It's easy. Any grown-up can fix simple toys, the fixing of which seems too difficult to a child. Let the word get around among the kids that you fix toys as a hobby. Kids are funny. They'll even break toys on purpose to get you to fix them. So you needn't worry about attracting customers. Soon, you'll get to know the kids. And when you know kids, you get to know their parents or their older brothers and sisters. It never fails. If you want to branch out, you can organize a toy exchange center in your home in which kids who are tired of the toys they have can meet kids who are also tired of their toys. This is a wonderful service for children and will warm the cockles of your heart even if it never makes you a grown-up friend. But it will make you grown-up friends, for you must never agree to an exchange until both children have letters of approval from their mothers or fathers addressed to you. Get it? People are needed in civil defense. Get into it. You'll be performing a patriotic duty and at the same time will become a member of a select group of citizens tied together by a common bond of service. A group of Georges who do it while others shirk. Many of them will become your friends. It's obvious this book is dated. So, oh my gosh, copyright 1963. But it still has a lot of good advice in it. Of course, you have to use your own wisdom and common sense, like when it comes to children. In today's climate, any climate really, but now a lot of things are coming to light and being scrutinized, so I would not be directly contacting anyone's children. I would work through the parents. If you read a book or an article or a story and like it, write the author and tell him so. Address him or her through the office of the publisher or the magazine office. Writers are almost human and they like a kind word now and then. Some of them are really awfully nice and they'll write you back. I know because I've made friends of half a dozen people who wrote to me about something I had published. One of them even wrote to tell me he didn't like one of my articles, and when I replied that I didn't like it either, he said I didn't know what I was talking about and that he had been mistaken in its original criticism. We got quite chummy after that. This method doesn't make for mass friendships, but you do often get to meet some really interesting people. Well, how about that? Some advice from 60 years ago that makes very much sense today. I mean, I've never thought about writing to authors, but they're usually quite educated people, so those are some good friends to make, I imagine, especially if you admire the person. You ever had a very deep teeth cleaning and then you almost don't want to eat anything because you don't want to mess up your teeth again? I kind of feel like that right now, but I'm going to still enjoy my chips. A good sense of smell can give you a lot of information about things. My doctor told me to drink a lot more water, but I find it way easier to drink tea than plain water. I mean, I can gulp tea down really easily and quickly. She said it wasn't the same thing. I thought tea was better than straight up water. What do you think? You tell me. Are you a vibrational match to the problem or the solution? Focus on the solution. You notice people love to harp on and talk about how bad something is, how much they hate this and that, and all the problems and all this, and they did that, and it's so bad. And then they're probably surprised that they get more of the thing that they talk about. Like, I mean, you get what you think about. So it makes sense to think about and talk about what you actually want, right? Right? Not about what you don't want. I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, because if you feel strong emotion about a thing and it's getting to you, you're compelled to talk about it. The thing is, you don't have to dwell on it. That's the issue. Dwell on the solution. Right? Dwell on the solution. And you don't have to keep bringing it up and telling everybody you know about it. You know what I mean? Let it go, let it go, let it go. Well, that's a fine tea. I'm a tea lover. I like being this way. There's a lot of good benefits to drinking tea. And it's all about flavor. As far as ease of drinking, flavor. And with black tea especially goes very well with a little milk, honey, even sugar, if that's what you want to do. I mean, I use honey and raw sugar. I stopped buying white sugar probably 30 years ago. Hey, remember, are you a vibrational match to the problem or the solution? You know, if you want to collaborate with me or you have something you want me to try out and give a review on my videos, just let me know. Let's talk. It doesn't have to be strictly food. I mean, it may not look like it, but I actually am open to makeup and even clothing items, hair care, yeah, even books. Hey, if you've got a good book, or if you want to donate some reading materials, you know, I can certainly look it over and consider it. You know, especially if it's the right type of material that I usually read on my channel. Look, I'm open to all kinds of subjects, not just self-help. I mean, I first started my channel reading, I was reading all kinds of things. Books. I read some jazz things. I read the whole book on Thelonious Monk. I read a book on AI and responsible uses of AI. What else did I read about? I was reading medical articles. I was just, and then I started reading science fiction because I think Piers Anthony is a genius. So I'm open to all kinds of subjects. For me, oh, and I'm reading The Great Gatsby now too, which is fiction, so I'm open to a lot of things. For me, what matters is that it's good material, you know, it's good writing, and it's on the positive side. Hey, if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe, donate to the cause. Catch me in the next video, and may you find lasting happiness.